Hey guys, my name is Sky and welcome to SkyChats. So today I want to talk about something called negging. I know from my research it's been something that's been around for a long time, maybe since the cavemen days, I think, actually. But like a lot of other things, I'm only just finding out about it now. So yeah, we're just gonna be discussing it. That's what we do here, we just chat about things. So yeah, YouTube suggested one day that I watch this video called How to Neg Correctly. So I just started watching all these videos and it was like a train wreck. I couldn't look away and I couldn't stop clicking on the next video. And so now I consequently know everything about negging. It's best if I read the description in one of the videos. I'm just going to read the description of this video, and the title of this video is How to Attract Beautiful Women, Exploit Flaws in Her Beauty, Negging Hot Women. Everything you need to know is actually in the description. There's a lot of things in capital letters here, so I'm going to shout those bits, because that's what I'm supposed to do with capital letters. The secret of attracting tons of beautiful women into your life is by exploiting flaws in her beauty. In other words, negging attractive women. Yes, negging still works. Do not! This is where it gets very interesting and eye-opening. Do not be fooled. Most beautiful women have low self-esteem. Even with all of her guy friends frequently telling her how beautiful she is, beautiful women do not count compliments from nice guys and wussy boys. They only count compliments from jerks. So yeah, he then goes on to say, warning, this does not mean you need to be a jerk. However, you must be willing to point out her flaws. Bit of an oxymoron there. And separate yourself from the thousands of admirers in her life. Who are these women with thousands of admirers just on the street? Do not become another compliment junkie she has to avoid. Yeah, I avoid them like the plague. You will never attract the world's most beautiful creature. In brackets, the beautiful woman. If you ever wondered what the world's most beautiful creature is, it's not a unicorn, it's a beautiful woman. By being another one of her male admirers. The men that attract beautiful women successfully will never feed into her ego, but instead take her down a notch. Beautiful women live a life filled with 99% compliments. What's the other 1%? Oh, the other 1% is free gifts from guys. And free passes from society whenever she does something wrong. It sounds like a sweet life. You must be in the 1% who does not feed into her sense of entitlement. Instead of admiring her physical beauty, look for flaws that you can point out, to let her know you're not under her beautiful woman spell. Oh, that beautiful woman spell, get you every time. Do this right and she will become attracted to you, and you will not end up in the friend zone. Like all the wussy boys in her life that wish they had the skill to neg her and treat her like a normal looking girl. So that is what negging is, basically. It is, simply put, not being a jerk. It's not insulting her. It's just pointing out her flaws, is all. Some guys explain it in a kind of a very psychological way. Their way of defending it is that you're not insulting her, you're just interrupting her worldview, because women have a higher perceived social value than men. So yeah, hot woman, exhibit A, hot woman. She's walking down this, let's use this. I don't think we need to use props, actually. So a hot woman is walking down the street and a guy who wants to hook up with her. These are never videos about how to get a girlfriend, that's just how to sleep with her or get her number. Yeah, basically if he was to go up to her and talk to her in a normal way, her worldview would tell her that he isn't worth her time, she's too hot, she is the most beautiful creature in the world because she is one of the beautiful women. But, on the other hand, if you approach her and you interrupt her worldview, and kind of put in those seeds of doubt and kind of plant in her head that actually she's not beautiful. She's up here, and the man is here. The aim of negging is to make it like that. So then she'll, settle for the man, I guess, is what it is. Examples can be, as mild as you blink a lot. But also it works if you can just point out things like her stubby feet and man hands. More skilled pickup artists who use this negging malarkey will do it in a subtle way. So they'll say, oh wow, you have beautiful eyes, are you wearing colored contacts? Or wow, you have beautiful hair, are you wearing extensions? Or I love your nose, can you put me in touch with your plastic surgeon? Something along those lines. Yeah, and there's a lot of extra secret tips, insert your neg in between just two regular sentences. So if she was to question you on it, she would have to say, hold up, wait, can we actually go back to when you said about my manly hands? Can we talk about that? Then you have the power because your words have affected her, and then she knows you have the power, and and all of that stuff like that. But it's okay, because negging doesn't always have to be something negative. Yeah, the example used was, say, the beautiful creature woman that you are interested in is a model, or as he said, calls herself a model. You know, if she's done some modeling work in the past, and so she refers to herself as a model, you could introduce her to someone else and say, hey, this is Tiffany, she's a supermodel. And so in her head, she knows she's not a supermodel, she knows she's just done some like Instagram modeling. She's automatically comparing herself to more beautiful women, and she's thinking about where she is in her career, and she's thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? And honestly, at this part of the video is when I actually, no, well, the whole thing is upsetting, but this was particularly upsetting because if someone says I have like man hands or stubby feet or like I blink a lot, it's probably not going to ruin my whole day. Just that question, what am I doing with my life? I know that that's just such an awful like train of thought to be on, and I'm sure we've all been on that train of thought. And so if someone was to intentionally put me on that train of thought, because where I'm going with my life is far more important to me than my hair extensions. How are they doing, by the way? So naturally, I got thinking, oh my gosh, have I ever been negged, you know? When I was 18, I went on, like, it was like one of my first dates. I had met him in a coffee shop, and he like, yeah, we just got on really well, and he asked me out on a date, so I was like, yeah, sure. So I told him on our date that I really liked his eyes, and he said, thank you, I really like that pimple between your eyes. I had a pimple at the time between my eyes. So yeah, that's my thoughts on negging. Did I give you my thoughts? Obviously, it's ridiculous and it should stop. So go ahead and let me know if you've ever been negged and what your experience of it was. And if you've ever negged someone, you can go ahead and unsubscribe. And yeah. Okay, let's have energy. YouTubers have a lot of energy, so let's do that, yeah. That was a great attempt at energy there.